Hey guys, and welcome to episode 6 of Packs to the Max, and we're heading straight into our first match of this episode. And once again, like we had some episodes before, this is gonna be a full-on gameplay episode. We are not gonna switch squads or open packs or anything like that in this particular episode, since we are heading into Division 3 with this team, and you know, we're trying to gather up some points to get that Division 3 title. So the first game we play is against a 4-1-2-1-2 Premier League, so pretty standard, but he had some good players. And it was Daniel Sturridge kicking off the game here with a quite a nice run over my right hand side, and he crossed the ball into Tevez, and Tevez finished it with a header. So it was 1-0, and then the player impact engine was a bit failing, as I managed to get a pretty lucky penalty, which I don't think was a penalty, but you know, we'll take it anyway. And we switched to Robbie Keane since he had 91 penalties, and as we always do, we go up and down the middle from the spot, and we managed to slot it in with Robbie Keane, and we leveled the score in the 23rd minute. And then it was Kevin Doyer being sent through after a pretty good through ball, skilling past the first defender, crossing the ball into the far post, and there is Robbie Keane. No, Shane Long, actually, sorry for that. It was Shane Long finishing it off, and it's 2-1 to us. Then it was Adam Johnson who got the ball back after 1-2 with his defender. No, pretty lucky to get that ball, but Adam Johnson with a good finish, and he made it 3-1. Then this guy got back into the game as Tevez laid the ball off to Jack Wilshere, who dribbled past some of my players and then rocketed the ball home into the back of the net to make it 3-2 just before halftime. But we managed to get another goal here from a corner kick as David Beckham whips the ball in. Chiellini with the header, but the ball gets cleared off the line, but then it was Smalling who got the rebound and put it into the empty net, so it was 4-2. And then my opponent got a goal back here as the ball fell to Adel Tarabt in my 18-yard box. He's not gonna miss from there, and now Adel Tarabt slotted home for the 4-3. And then his keeper threw the ball out stupidly to Adam Johnson with a over-the-top through ball to Shane Long, who headed it back to Kevin Doyle, and Kevin Doyle slotted it home. You know, pretty easy header for him, and he decided that the final score of this game would be 5-3. As you can see, he also got a sending off in the 90th minute, but that didn't really change anything about the game because it was so late into it. And you know, we managed to get 3 points, and it means we now have 6 points out of 2 matches, and we've got 8 games remaining to get that title of Division 3. So we're heading straight into another match, still with our 3-4-1-2 hybrid of kills. And after it loaded up, we finally got an opponent, and my opponent managed to have a 3-5-2, like a French league, Serie A, Brazilian kind of hybrid-ish squad. Pretty nice squad indeed, and we managed to take the lead through Robbie Keane with a header at the back post. Good header by him, and that was 1-0, but then this guy managed to get himself a penalty. I don't know who exactly fouled him, but you can clearly see that it was indeed a foul. So, you know, we conceded a penalty for that, and it was Di Natale who stepped up, and he actually went up and down the middle, I think, as I always do, but I dived to the right. No, actually it was to the left, sorry. And therefore he managed to make it 1-1, and then was Lucas here sending up a passing the ball to Balotelli, who got the ball back from Di Natale, who headed it to Robinho, and he kind of slided into the back of the net as my keeper unfortunately couldn't save it. So that was 2-1 to him, and I was on for the comeback. And of course, EA scripting, 90th minute, the ball fell to Robbie Keane, and he slotted it past his keeper to make it 2-2 in the 90th minute. So he still managed to get at least 1 point from that match. It was a pretty close game, good opponent, you know, he was a pretty good FIFA player, and he also had a really good team. So I'm happy to take a 1 point from that match, and that means we now have 7 points out of 3 matches, so that is 8 more points for the Division 3 title. And let's see if we can get 3 more points out of the next game, as we're currently searching for our 3rd and final game in this episode, and we come up against a 4-4-2 Scottish side, as you will see in a bit. It's not it's a pretty original side, you won't see it that much. Got in from Russell, and he got El Habsi on goal, because I don't think there are a lot of good Scottish keepers. But we managed to kick the game off here with Johan Malo as he does a roulette past his defender, gets taken out in the box, and that is obviously a penalty. So there's only one man to step up with his 91 penalties, and that is Robbie Keane. And what we always do, we go up and down the middle, and this time we slotted home as well. So in the 3rd minute we already had the lead, and that was of course pretty good. It was Paul Pogba here with a roulette, with a long shot and a bad save from his keeper, and it managed to go into the back of the net. So that is 2-0. Then it was Shane Long doing some skills, going past some of the defenders, getting fouled in the box by Darren Fletcher, I think that was. And that means that we got another penalty. So it was before halftime, and there was obviously one man to step up, and it was Robbie Keane. And this time we went to the left, since you know, our first penalty was down the middle, so I was expecting him to go up there again. So that's why I chose another direction, and I went to the left, and we slotted home for the 3rd goal of the game. That was Pogba completing the match, I think in the 75th minute, and that gave us a 4-0 victory. So a pretty comfortable game, and it means that we now have 10 points out of 4 matches. So we are cruising in this division towards that title. So yeah guys, this has been it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like rating. That would be absolutely insane. If we could manage to hit 30 likes again, it would be awesome. Please do hit that subscribe button if you're new around here. Make sure to check out some of my other videos as well. And without further ado, I'll see you guys in my next video. So peace.